Alright, another video on the 2001 Toyota Celica GT. This is the 1ZZ engine I'm working on, doing an oil change. We're going to need for this oil change is some jack stands and a jack. So we already have that lined up, ready to go. Alright, so these are the points I'm using for my Celica to get it up. I'm using the side, underneath the side skirt right here. You're going to see these little divots right here. It's kind of helping you rest this part without hurting the frame. The car is jacked now. It's time to put the jack stands underneath the car so we can move on to the other side. Make sure to put a pin through the jack stand itself just for extra support. So mine's right here. And gonna line it up like so. Nice. Now I can put this side down. So make sure to do this slowly. You don't want to go crazy fast. You're gonna hurt your car if you just drop it. Easy. Cool. It's good to go. Next side. So for this oil change, you're gonna need a 5W30. I get the full synthetic high mileage because this car is getting close to its 20-year mark and I'd like to take care of it. Pennzoil is the brand I chose. You can choose whatever. Some people choose Mobil 1. This is just what I got. Car's jacked up. But first things first, before you go under there, you're going to want to unscrew this right here. That's just going to help the flow of the draining part a lot smoother. Just put this somewhere where you're going to remember, obviously. I just keep it right here, as long as the engine's not, all hot. So since I got that out of the way, we can move over to the car now. Here we are underneath the Celica. Got the radiator fans right there, the coolant, and then the oil filter. Move on further down and you'll see the 14mm bolt. Here's the socket that fits. I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew it. Just make sure you have your oil pan right there ready to go. It's gonna be coming down at an angle like a fountain, so don't expect it just to drip straight down. You're gonna want to move it a little bit back. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to that. Oof. Nice. Oil is being drained now. Like I said, it's coming down at an angle. Once it starts, running down to its last bit, it's going to start, gradually getting closer to the edge. So you want to make sure you keep an eye out on that and move it as needed. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare for that and just move it like right around there. It's going to be a while, so find something to do in the meantime. Come check on it every once in a while. You just want to make sure this thing is going to be completely drained before you move on and start putting new oil base inside. Since we got the oil drained, go ahead and bring your oil pan towards the filter right here. This is going to be a 1-inch socket, so I'm going to go ahead and use this to get it off. Okay, I got it quite loose, so I'm probably going to just do it by hand because I don't want to get my tool all dirty. So expect to get messy. Just be fast at it. Make sure it's falling in the right place. There you go. That's going to take a while to drain as well. Just make sure when you're done with all this to clean up underneath the car, because if it gets hot, it's going to start smoking and you're going to start freaking out. But it's just burning off all this underneath. So also, while we're down here, when you take these things off or going to install a new one, make sure this O-ring that's sitting right here is with the filter. It's not stuck up there, because you don't want to put two of the same O-rings over each other, because it'd be basically pointless at that point. So just watch out for that. You can tell that it came off with this one, but it's not like that every time. Since we're done with both of these, go ahead and put everything back on, which includes this 14mm bolt. That and your new filter, of course. This one right here is a K&N HP 1003. That it already has the O-ring right there. I recommend just getting a little bit of oil if you have it lying around, or just fucking dab your finger with it a little bit, and go ahead and get it wet on the O-ring itself, just so it helps get it on and it's nice and smooth. Not too much though, like that. So again, double check to see if you have an O-ring sitting right there. You just want one of these when you get these on. Okay, and that was hand tight, but I'm just gonna double check, and since it's a wrench on and off, I'm just gonna wrench it on properly. Okay, now on to the top. Alright, so we started from the bottom, now we're here. Get your funnel out. I had this little adjustable silicone one. First time trying it. Hopefully it doesn't let me down in this video. And got the full 5 quarts right here. I'm only going to be using 4, as stated before. It's going to be kind of hard to pour it in at first because it's so, so high up, but just try to make it one smooth transfer over, like, just try this best as I can. There you go. Ooh, almost messed up. And just kind of keep a steady pace on it. So I got down 4. This little measuring thing is a good guide to know where you're at. I don't think every one of these have them, but the one that I chose got it. You could always look for this when you're out shopping. But since we're done here, go ahead and take this out and close it back up. So since we finished up, just gonna double check this right here, see the measurements. Make sure to just dry it off before you check it. That way you get the most accurate readings. Not sure if you guys can pick that up, but it's right at the second dot where it needs to be. But
barely.
So that's one way to check that it's good. Once you close it off, once you lower the car and you feel like you did the job correctly, if you're gonna be parking somewhere overnight, or whatever the case may be, just make sure to double check your work by looking underneath the car when you take off from the parking space. Make sure there's no puddles gathering up. If so, kind of check your work and go through the filter and also the bolt to make sure nothing's leaking. And also make sure to throw away your oil properly. Don't just send it down the sink or anything stupid like that. You get a big fine if they catch you doing that kind of stuff. So don't dump it in the ocean. But this was a quick oil change. Again, Toyota Celica GT, 4 quarts. Got the HP 1003 filter down there, 5W30 oil, full synthetic, and that's it. Really simple, quick. Just make sure you have someone with you if you can, to make sure everything's going down properly and cars not gonna come down on you or anything dumb. But cool. Thanks for watching, guys.